Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Heresy. Last time, the Warband's timely intervention at Bainmore saved the system from being overrun by filthy blueskins. They also uncovered a disturbing truth. The Tau count the chaotic mercenaries of the Militum Nox as their allies. The last encountered serving as the infiltrators and ground forces of the Dark Marshal, a Chaos Space Marine known to you as Frank. Fortunately, the Tau have a natural distrust for mercenaries who do not actually join the greater good, but just fight for them. So the Warband was able to turn them against each other, planting the suggestion that it was indeed the mercenaries aboard the flagship turning against the Tau, rather than a high-risk psionic boarding crew. This broke the cohesion of the Tau fleet, and that the chaos that followed, the Imperial Navy was able to strike, destroying several ships and putting the remainder to flight. Now, you have acquired a ship. Vigil unto Dawn. That's a nice name.
Thank you.
It is going to be about 2 weeks to repair the damage from the battle. Won't be fully done, but it will be sufficient to enable the vessel to survive the translation to Luxor, where there are suitable port facilities to get you fully repaired, and perhaps to buy new shinies. Quite a lot of shinies you wanted.
There are. Kind of thought my profit factor would be a little higher, but that's okay. I have lots of commerce now. I'm sure it'll work out.
Yeah. You are a very influential being, but
Ships are
you are
expensive.
just a singular being. Yes, and ships are very fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And especially now, in a time of open war, the costs for civilians, even ones you can wave a warrant or rosette around, it's gone up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, we'll zoom you over to Benmore. Across these couple of weeks, what do?
Well, I've got to go to work.
Yeah. Juno is, like I said earlier, going to apparently rent out another, 6-star hotel for Warband Astropath's Navigator House Lupus troops. Basically,
I have
everyone
to
we're
start.
taking with us.
I have to start causing a ruckus on the other ground. I need to find me an assassin who can train me.
Suppose I could help with the ships. I do have a lot of tech use myself, and I actually know how ships work now.
Actually, no, Narcia, I need you.
What is it?
I need you to help me find an assassin who can train me.
But oh, do you want to find like an assassin temple?
Yes. I think? I don't know. I forget what the rank was called exactly.
All right,
All I
Merz,
know-
what kind of forbidden knowledge do I need to throw at this bitch? To throw forbidden lore inquisition?
No, this isn't Inquisition. This is Forbidden Lore Officio Assassinorum.
Perfect. That's outside of my fucking expertise. How do I help this woman?
You don't?
Wait, are you
How do I
telling me?
explain to this woman that I have no fucking idea? Okay. Amelie.
Yes.
Honey.
Yes.
Do you happen to have Mayor's number?
Oh, my emperor, you don't know.
He's an assassin, or at least he knows how to get assassins. You go to him. I have no idea how to help you here.
Holy crap, how am I supposed to find these people if even you don't know about anything about them?
You're not. That's the whole point of the assassins.
Huh. Well, yes, I suppose that makes sense, actually.
I'm glad you think so.
Fine, then. Well, I know what I need to do, then.
Yes. Anything else I can help you with? You want some drugs? I can get you drugs.
No. I'm about to go. I'm about to go out for business. I want to be sober.
I mean, the drugs might not necessarily be for you.
Oh, well, in that case.
See? Always used for drugs.
Nope, that was all I wanted. I will have to find other ways to get in contact with them.
Yes. In fact, does
Do I do
Narcia
the?
even have the influence required?
I think
Do
you
I
mean
do
like
the?
75?
Do I do the ultimate ballsy thing? No, I feel like this would be retarded because I feel like once the order is in, they would never like rescind it for any reason. But I feel like the ballsy option would be, oh yeah, I order a hit on myself, and then I fight the assassin who comes after me and say, hey, I want to be recruited. That's what I want to do. That's probably a really dumb thing to do.
Incredibly.
That's the holy fucking shit.
Savin, the plus 60 max only applies to the final modifier.
Oh, Lamau. Well, 60 it is. Hey, she gets the thing.
And I should actually be rolling a commerce to oppose you, but
Leave me alone.
yeah, you have the good bartering.
Let's see. And then I need plasma ammo. Let's see. Which is, I have no fucking idea how rare that is. Let's see. Let's see, here we go.
Okay.
Plasma flasks are very rare, which is minus 20, so okay, plus 60 lol. Nice. It's like 8
I think it's. I think that would be 5.
Okay.
Because I think it's 2 and then an extra 1 per degree of success passed for first.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just 2 per, but that's fine. Good enough. It's takes a long time to run out of plasma ammo, turns out, when you shoot once every other round.
Yes.
Alright. And last but not least, see, Juno. So, yes, a star chart collection, which is extremely rare. So, this is me getting things. We'll do another commerce. Leave me alone.
Alright. What are you after here?
I'm after a star chart collection, which is extremely rare ship upgrade.
Oh.
Not a component, so it doesn't use profit, or at least it doesn't use like ship point stuff.
Yes, it does.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll roll profit vector with that giant bonus instead then, I guess.
Well, hold on a moment.
Okay.
As well. It isn't even guaranteed to. Well, actually, yes, here there is definitely at least 1 available. But,
$42 profit factor? Make that a new skill on myself. How do I? Can't actually do that. I see. Just make a note then.
Alright. You only get a +6 in the modifier, but yeah.
Put the caret backwards.
Oh, yes. You can has.
Sweet. That is incredibly helpful.
Indeed, with that good a roll, you get to upgrade it to good quality.
Outstanding. Let's see, what does good quality do on that? It's just
D5
more.
plus 5 reduction.
Vigil.
Yes, you have a now fully up to date and lovingly annotated set of star charts mapping the stable warp routes of the Gothic sector.
It seems extra helpful considering we were probably very out of date before this.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Tasha. Tasha.
Please do note that down on ship sheet.
It is in the notes.
Bueno.
And last thing Juno wants to get for just acquisitions right now is just the nicest bottle of wine she can acquire.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. That's me good for buying things.
Entire crusades have been launched. Trillions have died to secure the vineyards that this bottle came from. You can taste their heroic sacrifices.
Well, I hope Felix appreciates this when we get back to him. Right now, that is going into the storage. Let's see. Ah, yes. And while not an acquisition, per se, I think Hass is going to try and make some of those incense grenades for Juno. Which I guess would be
Sure.
trade armor?
Oh, fuck, that reminds me, Merz. Since we actually have control of a Tau battleship, would that justify me and Eloa studying closer for another people of Forbidden Lord Tau?
Absolutely. That is indeed what Reeve told you to do.
I just want to make sure, because, I can't just slap on Forbidden Lord without asking, as much as I want to. Oh, you have no idea how much I want to.
I might have.
You might have what?
I bought the Forbidden Tactica.
Ah. Yes. You have fought a fair few number of forbidden things, and you can go and politely bug Renault to share lessons in combat.
Darn. I see what I did wrong. Oh well. There.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I know. So are we still trying to buy things for the?
We haven't started on buying shit for the ship, but right now, if you have personal wrecks, this is a good time to get those out of the way. Like, say, ammunition.
Or, if you want to sacrifice anyone for the name of dark gods.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have anything other than.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
got a couple of roleplay things I wanted to get out of the way before we leave Bainmore. Indulged. Specifically, one of them before we even get down to the planet's surface to enjoy this lovely hotel. Juno is going to call Eloa and Eclectic up to her office, which is probably like still somewhat covered in blood from the former crew of the ship. But she's put a little plant in here, so it's starting to look a little homey.
Don't worry. The
plant's
blood
not real yet.
The blood is all cleaned up. You don't know who did it. just got cleaned up at some point.
Thanks,
Well, that's
Mary.
good. Oh no, we're on the new ship. We're not dealing with the Scorn anymore. That thing has been sold. Goodbye.
Oh,
Just say it like she's not watching us.
I mean, before you go down to the planet, I mean, that ship is currently depressurized.
Okay, then all right, we will be on the Scorn for this conversation then, I suppose. Because it does need to happen before we go down to the planet at all.
Fair enough.
See? Eloa, do you respond to summons?
Very well.
1 second.
No, I refuse.
All right. So, yes, Juno will meet you in the office. She has Augie present for this as well, and it's already like halfway packed up. Oh, thank you for coming. And Eclectic too. I want to discuss something of some import before we officially abandon ship. If you'll indulge me. Eclectic, I know you've been out of the loop a while, but how familiar are you with the Imperium's laws regarding non-humans?
It is to my understanding that you have a saying. He who suffers the alien to live shares in the crime of its existence. While I cannot quote the exact legal codes, I believe that gives me enough of an understanding of
Right.
human views.
Yes, that is basically true. Regardless of what an alien's existence is or intentions, to set foot on an Imperial world is, in most cases, a capital crime. However, we are lucky enough to be in the company of a rogue trader whose warrant of trade effectively allows us to at least communicate peacefully with aliens in most circumstances. However, I don't believe we can just take you down to the planet. I know your stealth skills are such that you probably won't be detected, but we have a history with our group of anytime we try to do literally anything in any way subtle or covert, it goes horribly wrong in the most catastrophic way possible. Until, in fact, just a couple days ago. So we have a couple of options to deal with this. I've talked with Augustus a bit, and it is within a rogue trader's power to request that the administration of the Imperium sanction an alien. That's for you, in all intents and purposes, that just means we have to carry some paperwork around as a form of ID. And again, given your stealth skill, it probably won't ever be relevant, but it's good to have just in case. Eloa, do you have any objections to that?
While I have no objections, her skill with stealth is irrelevant unless one has unless one has witch sight or the blessings of the Omnissiah granted only to the rank of Magos or above. It would be impossible to tell the difference between her and a human.
Well, It's Mechanicus I'm mostly worried about, to be honest. We are going to Vindalex, after all. But yes, if you are okay with that, and Eclectic, would you be willing to, I suppose, subject yourself to that process?
If all it requires is paperwork, I do not see why it would be considered subjecting me to anything. It would only be yourselves being subject to the tedium of bureaucracy.
And that's practically Narcia's favorite pastime, but they will want to interview you at least. Am I right about that, Augustus?
If we go ahead using my warrant, yes, they will. The Administratum and the Ordo Xeno will want it demonstrated that she is not a threat.
Is that how we're ruling it? Because that's not how it was put in the books. In the Rogue Trader books, anyways.
Just go with this being a sector-specific difference.
Okay.
Imperial law isn't actually Imperium-wide.
God, the book of what is it called? The Book of Judgment. I think it's now so long that it'd take 300 years for you to read.
Yep.
Sounds about right. So yes, if no one sees that as being a bad idea, then we'll get that ball rolling.
And I will, if we do not want to use our own inquisitorial stamp to push this through, I will certainly use my authority as a Magos.
Well, I'm glad we're coming out and just, never mind. Anyway, yes, I don't think we should, try and use Reeves' authority. He's, very traditional, and by that I mean will probably shoot us.
Most likely. He would also, I expect, be entirely insistent on a visible sanctioning brand.
Right. So, let us go through proper channels rather than directing ourselves directly onto, Lord Reeve.
That's what I said, but okay.
Yes, that is. Right. Good. All right. Thank you both for coming up. I will. Eclectic, has someone given you a data pad yet?
She just holds out a hand, and it's rather unsettling to see just flesh turn to metal, run up into the shape of a data pad, and then solidify in her grasp. I have examined them suitably to be able to create an adequate facsimile. Unfortunately, it is incapable of receiving messages.
Right. Yes, I will go find an actual datapad for you and then send you a message and whatever paperwork you might need to fill out. Hey, thank you both.
And Eloa will just silently return to, fixing a whole ass ship.
I'm just gonna tap the PA. Narcia, would you mind coming up to my office, please?
Kind of busy. Can you give me 15 minutes?
Sure.
It'll take longer than 15 minutes, but Darcy will eventually arrive.
That's fine. 15 minutes is all Augie needs.
Listen, Narcy, you need to take a cue from Scotty. You always tell you always tell people that are like, especially because now she's in charge of a ship. You always tell her it will take a little bit longer than it actually will. That way, if you run into problems, then you arrive on time, and if you finish it on time or early, it makes you look better.
You see, that's how I do it in real life, but that's not how Narcy rolls. She's a perfectionist.
And you're going to be eaten by a dog.
More likely to drown in her slobber. I had the temerity to bring a pretzel in here. She really likes pretzels.
Like a soft pretzel or like the crunchy
It's a
pretzels?
soft pretzel, yeah.
Okay.
You fucking dog here. Jesus Christ, leave me alone for 5 minutes. Thank you. All right. Narcy, thank you. Please have a seat.
All right. What is this about, Captain?
Well, several things, but firstly and most importantly about that. While we were crewing the Scorn, this was basically just a bullshit ruse to dupe some pirates. What we're intending to do aboard the Vigil is, well, as real as it can be. And yet, at the same time, you are my superior officer within the ranks of the Inquisition. I want to make sure there's not going to be an issue with me taking the captain's seat on the Vigil, despite everything.
Absolutely not. You have any idea how much actual inquisitorial work I have to sort out already? I don't have the time in my life to run a ship. When I tried, as your first shipmate, to do it on the Scorn, I almost died of exhaustion. I don't know if you could remember just how fucked my sleep was those days. I was trying to just do everything at the same time.
Oh yes, I remember. I will try not to task you with quite so much ship work, but I will need you to continue running intelligence for us.
I'll do as much as I can before exhaustion takes me, Captain. Also, you did a very, very good job on the Scorn. I can hardly think of anyone else in the warband more appropriate for this role.
Thank you, Narcy. That means a lot coming from you.
Okay, are you blushing?
A little
That's
bit, yes.
adorable.
Oh, now I'm blushing more. Anyway, on to business then. I need you to fill out some paperwork for me.
Fill out paperwork, you say? Oh, say no more. I got you covered.
Right.
What kind of paperwork?
First things first. Before we accidentally get ourselves shot by Reeve, we need to sanction Eclectic.
Oh yeah, I haven't even made a report in Eclectic yet because I was too...
Neither have I, and I'm going to assume that with August around and the Warrant of Trade, we haven't done anything technically wrong. I'd like to keep that record of technically being just fine going. Which means sanctioning before we bring her down onto the planet.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. And by probably, I mean absolutely a good call.
Yes. And, second thing. Well, I suppose before I commit to this, I'd like your advice on this other matter. Have you heard of this Raven Crusade? Anything more than what Lord Eldersborn was saying?
Merz, should I throw a check at this? But I somehow doubt that's gonna help.
Yeah, It happened entirely while you were in the warp. You have absolutely no way of
Yeah,
having known
exactly.
about it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me just spool up my good old psyker powers and look into the warp for the information that we lost during our absence. No, sorry, nothing's coming up.
Right, of course, I'm sorry. Still, I can't help but think this is at least somewhat probably my fault. Though,
Really?
I
Is
think
it?
that
Is it
fact-
your fault that this lunatic decided to pick a fight with a Mechanicus?
I don't know. Either what I said to him bought the Mechanicus time or galvanized him into attacking them specifically. There's no way to know for sure yet, but
That man is a maniac, and if I remember correctly, he is actually using sorcery.
yes, is absolutely a heretic of the highest order, but still.
He was going to do something dramatic along those lines, one way or the other. And while you're very good with words, we can't stop every crazy person from shitting on the Imperium. You can only do so much.
Right.
It's not your fault. He would have done it either way.
Of course, but I'm not sure the Mechanicus nor the Sororitas will necessarily see it like that.
Well, they can blow it out their ass.
Well,
If they can't put down one rapid priest, if they can't put down a pirate, no, let's not even call him a priest. Call him what he is. He's a pirate. If they can't even put down a little pirate crusade, then they're not really worth the trouble.
Narcia, you sound like Mayror. But
Can you blame me? Like,
no,
we have been running up and down this Emperor Forsaken sector, busting our asses, trying to patch up every single leak that shows up, and it feels like everyone else has just been sitting on their asses.
I don't necessarily disagree.
Like,
But
Vindalex was shooting at itself for half of God knows how many years. Instead of all just sitting down and saying, hey, this Men of Iron pretty bad, we should probably focus against them. We had to come there and fucking set their sights straight.
you're right. You're right.
If they weren't shooting at each other, the planet's defenses would have been so strong that that demented pirate wouldn't even be able to get close to the system before the fucking Mechanicum patrols tore his little ship piece by piece. They brought it on themselves, Juno.
I wouldn't. Alright, so, to the point then. Juno will take out her datapad and set it down. Since we have begun this tour of duty under Lord Reeve, all of us together have vented a demon incursion on Schindelgeist, returned Leth to the Imperium, saved Vindalex and more from sure destruction, And now I'm in command of a warship in the Emperor's name.
I think you're forgetting some bits there. Discovering a massive cold trade ring, a massive town incursion upon the sector, potentially bringing back a chapter of Space Marines. That probably wouldn't have happened on its own. We had quite a big part to play there. Recovering an ancient reliquary from your lathe. That also counted for something. You're skipping a lot of little details there.
Right, and that's why I am hoping you will help me fill this out. It is a request for promotion in absentia to the sororitas. Rank of Palatine.
Oh,
Fine.
good luck with that.
I know. If, however, I'm commanding a ship and other Imperial forces, I'd like to actually have the authority to do so. That means being more than just a first-rank sister. Like to not
Juno?
have to rely entirely on my connection to Augustus to do anything. Yes, Narcia?
Did you know that you, if the records have not been fucked with, are probably one of the only recorded living saints in the sector? I think your promotion is gonna go in just fine, unless jealousy gets the better of them.
We haven't told anyone about that, and I don't well, Reeves said
The
not
Inquisition
to.
knows. The Church might
Sororitas
not.
aren't the Inquisition.
No, but they certainly have some connections with the Inquisition.
Yes, well. Still, I'd prefer you not mention that particular detail.
Well then, this promotion is gonna take a while, but I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate that, Narcia. I'm not normally the type to seek temporal advancement, but I truly believe this will help us complete our mission with a minimum of fuss.
You say that, but I guess that's why you're the saint. Humble as always.
And Juno just smiles. Thank you, Narcia. Glad I can always count on you.
Likewise.
Juno's just gonna come around the desk and give you a hug.
Okay, bring it in.
Alright, back at it. Let's get ready to get off this godforsaken ship.
Oh, yeah, that couldn't happen too soon, if you ask me. Right, so church paperwork, more paperwork, I gotcha. And just before I exit the room, oh, yes, one more thing I almost forgot. So this church thing, is there any person in particular I should avoid contacting? Any numbers, any names you might remember of the ecclesiarchy that might dislike you?
Well, I doubt many of my fellow trainees from Terra have made it all the way out here, so... Not that I can remember. I was given a very warm reception at Port Mall, which is where the chapter house is.
Okay then, no one blacklist. Gotcha.
You know, just gonna throw an int check at that real quick. Sorbitas. Jesus.
By the way, I remember that birthday cake.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Ah, yes. Good old days. Less demons around.
So yeah, with 5 DOS, Juno will. If there is anybody who needs to not be CC'd on this, Juno will tell RC as much. Maybe provide her an email address that will accelerate things. Who knows?
It's just so I know whose ass I need to kiss and whose ass I need to phase out of existence.
Sure. If you could also, Narcia, if you could make a bureaucracy roll and Juno a charm roll here.
A bureaucracy,
Okay.
you say?
Can I add,
Let me get my article out.
Can I add Peer Adeptus Sororitas?
Yes.
So, I think we do fairly well. I'm not sure, though.
Yes. Let's see. And you aren't mentioning the living saintiness, correct?
Correct. Reeve explicitly told me never to tell the ecclesiarchy about that. So I'm not gonna say it didn't happen, but not gonna mention that.
Yes.
Just give them the report of all the other shit we've done.
Yes, and with a nice, convincing letter alongside, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes, at some point over like the next couple of months, you will receive a missive declaring that you have been weighed, measured, and not been found wanting. That a position as legatine has been, well, as sister legatine has been made open to you. Apparently, you lack experience in fighting alongside others of the Order's militant, and as such, they are not willing to bestow the rank of Sister Palatine upon you.
That makes sense.
I mean, from their POV, it's clear that you're on the path to becoming like an Inquisitor. So, yeah, they're so, you know,
I mean,
you're a
from
part
their
of the gang, but you know,
I mean, from their point of view, the Sith were the big ones.
I mean, yeah, that is entirely fair. That does remind me, though. I was going to ask if there are any sororitas forces here on Moor at all. I imagine not, but, doesn't hurt to ask around.
No, none on Benmore. There are apparently a detachment, a small mission on Melos, right at the forefront of the fighting against the Tau in this war zone.
Okay. Cool beans. I think that's me done then for now. Anyone else has stuff they want to do?
I'm just repairing a ship. I don't really have much roleplay to do. This is what happens when you have, like, it. You know, when you're the mechanic.
I mean, you don't know. What if an engine is giving you trouble? Or there's a servitor that's angle of flame is just slightly off.
Yes, let's start role playing the adventures of a motor pool crew chief.
What? Listen. We're not going to be throwing around plasma guns this time.
Listen, my buddy Joe makes a lot of money doing this basically exact job on like U2s and stuff like that. But listening to his day is incredibly boring.
No, just ignore that. That was an accident.
Did Narcia get a bit jealous of Eloa and Eclectic's tentacle fun time?
No.
Yeah, Jordy always had plenty to say, but he also had like he also had a script writer. And you're asking me to try to compete with LeVar Burton.
No, not compete with. Just just saying there's inspirational material out there for being a very very talkative engineer.
Yeah, but all I'm doing is just repairing a ship for a while. I can give you updates, but you want me to start screaming about how much I'm giving the ship? It's probably all I've got.
Oh, actually, hold on a moment. I need to remove Savin's control over Narcia.
Yeah, I was literally just typing out like, oh, I probably shouldn't see that.
I'm just gonna bounce the graviton particle beam off the main connector dish.
Well, Savin, you know something is probable. You don't know what it is. It was like the least spoilery DM there could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine Narcia's just picked up a rank of Forbidden Lore Chaos.
Oh wait, would I get a chaosy point for knowing how to fight Space Marines?
I appreciate your honesty volunteering for that.
Yeah, doesn't Forbidden Lore come with an insanity or something?
Well,
some of them come with corruption, but not all of them. And I think this one might be Merzendi made up.
well, no, it is explicit that all Forbidden Lore includes all common and scholastic laws, as they all have, secret blasphemies. No, there's no inherent one, at least not mechanically. Mechanically inherent. It does advise that learning Forbidden Lore usually requires corruptive acts and will freak you out.
I feel like talking to
Gotcha.
Renault and getting a primer from him is the least corrupt way to possibly learn anything.
Yes.
I think so.
I mean, we have seen Chaos Space Marines and demons. So I got corruption from those.
We see and know a lot of things, don't we?
Several demons, yeah.
Welcome to being adventurers. We call ourselves Inquisitors, but
No real difference.
no.
You commit the same amount of war crimes.
We commit a lot worse war crimes than most people. Actually, to be fair, I'm sure Reeve is out there fucking virus bombing people just for the lulz.
Not for the lulz.
For the Emperor.
Because it is his solemn duty.
Of course.
Yes. Just for the benefit of chat, some astropathic messages were done over the week, and this is a little excerpt from Reeve's message. I trust in your capability to interrogate your captives. However, be aware that ranking officers have proven able to resist for long enough that the intelligence is no longer actionable. Even psionically augmented interrogations have had limited results. Their fate afterwards, I leave to your discretion. At points, the Tau have been willing to engage in prisoner exchange programs. You may be able to weaponize your captives as a viral infection vector, but I will understand if you find their existence too odious to wait for such an opportunity.
So don't worry when it comes to fucking crimes in times of war. Reeves has us covered.
Yes. Anything else on Ben Moore, Van?
I guess the last thing to think about, and I don't know if we still want to bother with this, because I no longer give a shit about anything happening in that nebula. I don't want to go there again. Never mind. But we did come here for a reason, and that reason was getting some Wraithbone from Discount Rogue Trader Bro. That's still a thing we want to bother with. Bueller?
I'm trying to get what again?
Wraithbone. Remember that mural of a screaming Eldar child from the prison
Yeah.
the last time we were here? Okay. Well, there was a horrible screaming psychic mural that the Eldar wanted on this planet.
Oh.
And we were thinking, and the reason we came to this godforsaken hellhole in the first place and got sucked through time was that we could use that to open the webway, which is the Eldar fast travel system that doesn't use the warp wall. Still for the demons, though. Dab. And
Well, at least we can fight the demons. We can't fight the March of Time.
yeah, exactly. That's why we marched through time instead, because we would have lived through that, and we did.
So, I will say, you can. I have rules for that. It's a Catan.
Oh, okay.
You can just, at any point, go and choose to fight a fundamental force of the universe.
Square of Time. It's time we boxed.
Damn, time got hands.
Yes, sorry.
That's incredibly funny, actually. But yes. All right. It seems like no one gives a shit about this plot line, so never mind.
Yeah, you could at least go and say hi to them.
Oh yeah, I mean, Juno's. We're gonna be here for like at least 2 weeks. Juno's absolutely gonna drop by and say hi.
Wait,
Excuse
is this
me.
the same planet with the said?
Yes, this is Banemore is the planet where we met Mayror in person and Turan and had the Eldar screamy thing.
Oh,
This is also where Ceiko knocked up that sniper lady.
Actually, do you think Eclectic would be able to give us more insight? No, that's a stupid question. Of course it could. But I'm too busy doing chaotic rituals to help with that. You know, someone else is gonna have to go do that. If it's even still there.
Yes, I mean, you are very much expected to be thirsting for Luxor. You have a date and all.
I'm thirsty to get to Luxor too, but for a different date.
Can we just steal that screaming?
Yes, that's what I was asking everybody. Was do we want to go ask that guy if we can borrow that thing?
Yes. Of course. I mean, what is he gonna do with it? Nothing.
And right now he's displaying it in his house, which probably still has a giant void shield generator in it. So yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I mean,
I would.
If somebody just came to my house and gave me a shield generator like it's fucking off, goddamn right I'd keep that thing forever.
Yeah.
Bombard this, bitches.
I could definitely buy a nipple gun to have underneath that shield too.
The irony is, I have more to fear about getting bombed by the government than you do.
Insert easy World War II joke here. Anyway.
My God, that is so many psychic powers.
Yeah, it's
like
It's a
playing
thing.
3.5.
Yeah, I would have gone if any of them were ship based, since the first book is ship based. Yeah, totally. But no, these are all like, if I was just walking, basically Baltus already. So no.
yes, but with more choices and
Oh.
trauma and oh
Yay!
good God, why?
Oh yes.
Oh god. Okay. Anyway, yes, let's stop by there and see if we can get a chunk of Wraithbone, assuming Maywar hasn't already come and stolen it back. Or whatever bullshit happened on Savior.
Sure. Well, you across?
Oh, there we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I should have begun Amy. Yes. You are ushered in with great speed. Several of the guards look a little surprised to see you, but bring you in, and Hysarion standing beside his desk. Well, attacking.
I bet.
Here we have you all to thank for that display up there.
You expect anything less?
I imagine most people expect we were dead, but
I was a little concerned. We had been waiting to hear back from you, but the Eldar threat was taken care of, but I never lost faith.
Well, sometimes you just get lost in a warp storm. Shit happens.
yes. We're lucky we arrived when we did, I suppose.
Indeed. Please come. Take a seat.
What?
Told you I'd repay you for those cigarettes one day.
And with interest, indeed.
So what did happen on Savior? We saw on the new maps it's been quarantined, but nothing beyond that.
I'm not rightly sure. There was something on the southern continent. Lord Mayor was down there fighting chopping his way through the Orc leadership, trying to break their wire. And then darkness and death, and well, whatever happened, wiped out all of the Orcs. almost killed Mayor himself. But I hear he's out of his coma now.
Oh my.
Darkness and death, is that metaphorical or quite literal?
Quite literal, in fact. The entire continent was shrouded in just a veil. Couldn't see in. Augurs couldn't peep in either.
Could you throw a quick Forbidden Lore Necron? I'm only asking this because last time I did, I got a 1. I was the undisputed master of Necron lore. I got some suspicions. Is this something a Catan would do? Not like there's a Catan there. Not like I even know what a Catan is.
It is certainly something that would be in the power of the Necron and their Star God. Yeah, and their Star God allies. Your knowledge of their exact relationship with the Catan is limited. At some points, they seem to be slaves. At some points, masters.
It's complicated, I take it.
Yes. But yeah, this is absolutely something the Necrons could do. Also something some other races could do. Eldar would be able to. Some Imperial things, maybe. Dark Eldar, absolutely.
Oh, fuck, the Drukhari.
Yeah, my guess would probably be Drukhari over Necron, but
But Drukhari do like screaming things.
they do. Speaking of which, I suppose your own Lord Captain didn't make it back, did he?
Oh, see, that's a funny thing. After that darkness receded, well, he was in our command center next day, missing both his arms. A Eldar cut him off, but yeah, he's across the hall now.
Oh. Well, I'm glad he's alive. Didn't expect that.
I can trust you enough to say. I don't know how much of the old him there is anymore. He clearly wasn't expecting to come out of that alive. Since he got back here, he's not been willing to go on a void ship. He's been drinking a lot. And the cybernetics we got for him, they ain't sitting right. Top of the line, best stuff, and installed by our visiting majors. But they just... He has tremors. And he's not happy. But he's alive.
Do a big think, see if she can kind of diagnose that.
If it is as he says, it's there are two possibilities. Either a traumatic brain injury suffered while in Eldar captivity, or some sort of like post-traumatic stress.
I am a surgeon of some ability. I'd be happy to see if there's anything medically amiss, if you and he would like, but it's just as good odds it's acute post-traumatic stress, which is entirely reasonable given the gentle touch of the Eldar.
I would like that, but since the first implant, well, since the cybernetics were installed, he's been hard to convince. He keeps saying that I've got offers from all of the best people we know, Chirigians of fame across the sector cluster, but he just says they ain't the right people. And when I ask him who would the right people be, he just tells me he'll know when he sees them.
Juno just smiles. Well, he hasn't seen me yet.
Also, to throw my hat into the ring, it is entirely possible that his condition is not entirely physical. We all know the perils that lie within warp travel and how sometimes they manifest slow and insidiously, and how some other times just pop right at you. Wouldn't hurt to give him a look now, would it?
Listen, if you can get him to agree, I would appreciate it a great deal. But, well, I would have to wish you the Emperor's blessing in the attempt.
Just keep smiling. Shall we?
Why, I think we shall.
Sarian nods, stands, and we'll just first off group you all back together, and then bring you across. Yes, he opens the door, leads the way in, saying, as he does, "Well, Captain, he's the fine folk I told you about. Helped uncover what was going on with your disappearance. Aguirre, a older man, Hissarian, did much older looking and drawn. His eyes are tired as he takes you in, and is it's a tall goblet of Amasek on his desk, a couple of bottles visible underneath it, and several stains and pools of dark liquid on the tabletop. Yeah. These are the ones you told me about. The blind nun and her merry little band of heroes.
That's me. I'm Sister Hospitaller Juno Dandrick. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Doubt that. Maybe 5 years ago. But I ain't pleasant company these days.
Perhaps. But if you would permit me, sir, I am, as I said, a Hospitaller. We are the physical and spiritual healers of the Order Sororitas. Would you mind if you and I had a bit of a talk? Perhaps there is something I can do to help.
Perhaps. And Juno, as you are looking at him, with your soul sight, can see, very much there is a spiritual affliction going on here. Do you happen to have... Well, actually, let me look at your sheet.
Okay.
Okay. You do not have the directly relevant thing, so could you make a... make a Psyniscience roll, please.
Should we also rub Baltus on him? Hey, Baltus.
Mm-hmm.
Any modifiers?
+0.
Okay. I'll just buy in.
Sure. Yeah.
Bob, throw up your own Psyniscience, just in case.
If you want to. It is not compulsory.
Oh, I'll just throw one anyway.
2 eyes are better than none.
Yeah.
Get it? Hard because he's blind.
Oh, wow. Well,
And
I
let
mean,
me just... You also do not have the helpful thing here, but... Yeah. Can both see, yes, spiritual wounds are shallow, but ever present across his aura. But when you squint, there are patterns to them. Like they're shapes or symbols just scoured into his soul. You can't decipher any meaning from them, but you can see them and you could probably draw them out yourselves.
oh. The Eldar really did a number to you, didn't they?
Yeah.
You poor soul. I was gonna, take her notebook out and sketch symbols, show it to Narcia. What do you make of this?
Oh god, is this the time where I throw Forbidden Lore Eldar? I do have Linguist.
Then, yes, this is... Yeah. You are going to have to make a linguist roll. You can recognize, yes, this is Eldar's script.
Okay, give me a second, because I don't have enough squares here. I'm gonna have to just...
Nice.
Wow.
Awesome. I mean, if you're relying on the linguist talent, you are making that with a -20 because you're untrained.
I'll buy in.
I mean, you still pass. I'm just letting you know. But yes, yeah, it is a message. That, the storm's secrets revealed in the spine.
The storm's secrets revealed in the spine. Wow. Anyone has any idea what that means?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess there's something in his spine. Just as a guess. My Lord McGuire, would you mind terribly much standing up and letting us have a good look at you? Shirt off.
I didn't even know you could ride in someone's soul.
Neither did I, but here we are.
Xeno witches have Xeno tricks.
Indeed.
Alright, Assyrian. You found the right people at long last.
Oh, you know, all in a day's work. Save the planet from a Tau invasion. Drop by. Help you put your soul back together. Really. No problem.
Yeah, I don't know about putting anything back together. But if I can have my arms working properly, then and I can start on that myself, I think.
That's the spirit.
Yes, he just braces. Yeah, he removes his coat and starts fumbling with the buttons on his shirt.
By fumbling, you mean like he's struggling?
Yes.
You know, step up. Here, let me. There we go. Don't worry. We'll have you right as rain physically before long. Wounds to the soul can be healed over time with patience, meditation, and faith. These physical injuries, well, let's have a look at this back of yours.
Once his shirt is off, he'll brace himself against the side of the desk and let you take a look. It's a mass of scars, some clearly from battle, others from surgery, some from torture.
Most interested in surgery scars. Perhaps the Eldar put something in there.
Yes, looking it. Well, he is a wealthy imperial nobleman. He's got, in addition to his arms, he's got a couple of other cybernetic augments to cut him open to get in, and certainly at least for the arms, would have to cut in pretty deeply to attach the nerves. But none of his augments look like they would require access to the full length of his spine, but there is pretty clearly a surgical scar that would give access to the full length of his spine. Someone's certainly been at it.
Do you remember how you got this scar? Trace a couple fingers from collar to back.
No, can't say I do. I've been cut up plenty of times. Doctors putting me back together after a boarding action. Boarding action itself. I stopped paying attention to every last one a while ago.
None of your injuries or cybernetics should have required a scar like this. This full spinal. Eloa, come here. I need an Auspex scan.
Alright. Nothing has been implanted, but as you look, there are, signs of wear and tear on it. Little bone fractures that have healed. Clearly, this is spine of an experienced athlete and combatant. He's done a lot, but you bring the you actually bring the display up and take a look. Now Narcia now Narcia and Juno have brought attention to it. You can see quite a few of these lines. They are also Eldar script.
The Xenos have carved their language upon his bones.
Yes. Yes, they have, those sons of bitches.
Translation,
Is it
please.
like across his entire skeletal structure, or just his spine?
Just his spine.
Recommendation: artificial augmentation.
First, the translation, please.
Let's see what those abominable Xenos actually left behind. You'll have to excuse me, my Eldar is rather rusty.
I'll just beam the data to Narcia. It's much easier just to carry this out in Technolingua.
Sure. Let's. You. All right. Narcia, if you could make your Eldar roll again. This is quite a complicated passage.
Can I assist with my depths of knowledge?
Yeah, can I get some help?
Actually, it occurs to me that would you guys have brought Eclectic here?
Is she sanctioned yet?
I thought Juno said that she had to be stayed on the ship.
We can.
I just don't know, at what stage in your at what stage you would have come here. If you just wanted to come here early on, then no, Eclectic wouldn't be sanctioned. But,
Yeah, I reckon we're probably pretty early on. Oh, yeah.
We can just message Eclectic. Hey, could you translate this real quick?
Yeah, we gave her a datapad. Let's just send this information up and the symbols Juno's written down.
You know, well, Eclectic is trying to translate it. I might as well throw my hand in the ring.
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue what this is. But you know what? I have a fate point.
Do you have another fate point? Alright.
If I have help from Eloa and it counts for anything, it still would fail because that didn't apply the -20.
yeah.
So yeah, we will send that up to Eclectic. Why in the
course.
fuck is her Eldar script that bad?
Of course.
She's not
I'm gonna
actually
give
an
a little bit
Eldar.
of context as to why the fuck this man has script in his spine.
Now that would explain his soul problems. Wait, Juno, we could fix this.
Narcia, though you aren't able to pass it fully, you are able to recognize what it is, at least vaguely. It's a set of instructions for warp travel. A map.
Huh. I'm gonna use Technolingua and confirm my findings with Eloa. Do you think this is a map? It looks like a map. And after I'm done sharing it with my fellow tech nerd, then I'm gonna share it with the rest of the class. It seems that the Xenos have carved a map on your spine with a set of interstellar coordinates.
What the fuck?
How thoughtful?
Can Eclectic understand Technolingua?
I mean, this is just her emailing her findings.
Okay. Well, that's one of the weirder things I've ever encountered. Well, good news, Lord Tybalt. I think I have the diagnosis and solution to your nervous system problem. We will pretty certainly need to replace your spine. Eloa's a Magos. That shouldn't be a problem if you don't mind augmentation. Can we keep the bones, though? I feel like that might be important.
Suppose. I like my bones, but I like them unsullied, not defiled.
I understand the sentiment. This is, as I said, one of the stranger things I've encountered. I can't imagine why the Xenos would do this.
To force him on the negotiating table, probably.
No, that's the thing, though. They sent him back. This isn't a message for... This isn't meant to hurt you. This is meant as a message for someone else. Whether it's for your house, Mayor, or us, I don't know. Hysarian, you said Lord Mediguerre just appeared in your command center? day after? Could you be more specific? What exactly happened?
Well, after given that the entire Orc force, along with a significant chunk of Imperial forces, and whatever killed all of them, was all dead, was a lot of scrambling and confusion. Yeah. Trying to re-establish contact with anyone who was out there, trying to work out what was going on. We weren't even sure who was actually with us, who had been out there. Lord Mayor is not the most communicative man when it came to his plan. So, yeah, more or less running around like headless chickens for a bit, and once one of the colonels finally got everyone back in line, realized there was a man in a staff officer's uniform just slumped against a wall. He checked him. It was Lord McGuire. Just slipped in there. Had a underneath the coat, still wearing the same clothes he'd been in when he was taken, but no arms, and a whole lot of other torture being done.
They wanted him to be found, that's for sure. Yes, I do believe this message was meant for Mayror, or the Inquisition in general, anyway.
Do you think this is a very roundabout way of the Elder to get a meeting with the Inquisition?
I think so, yes.
That
It's a plea for help, or asking for a trade. I can't speculate right now. I need to
That is-
analyze this in more detail.
Oh my god. I can't tell if this is too retarded for the Elder, because I can absolutely see them doing this.
Well, let's be honest. Who on earth would have done a investigation like this other than us?
Yep. No one.
Alright, Lord McGuire, let's get you ready for surgery. Eloa, can you procure a good replacement?
GM, can I procure a replacement?
Yes.
Okay. Indeed.
Alright. Well, do you have a medical facility here at the estate, or shall we head up to, one of our ships?
Our surgery be downstairs.
Good, that'll do. Caswell, I will ask for your assistance.
Alright. You can get a +20 from me.
Ooh,
for Medicae. I'm trained in Medicae, and I have a Medicae Mechadendrite.
I'll be 30 from assist, 40, so 70. I guess, can I just roll Medicae to do the thing? Do I need to do anything else?
It will just be Medicae, however, there will be a negative.
Okay.
It won't be a tech use for the installation.
Oh. Gotta do the surgery first.
Yeah, it's effectively just Medicae.
Sounds good.
What is the negative?
Just trying to work it out. So let's see. There's the table. So inherent difficulty because of what the implant is a minus 30. He's also not particularly healthy. His general state of wellness would be a minus 20, but actually, now I think about that, I'm pretty sure you have a talent that means you can ignore that.
I can ignore critical damage, yes. I don't think I ignore the state of his just having low con.
That is essentially critical damage.
Fair enough then. So yes, I ignore 10 points of that, so it'll be I guess a minus 40 total.
Yes.
Okay. Then all of my bonuses.
All right. He survives surgery.
You don't even need any help.
No. DOS doesn't matter really for this, right?
Correct.
Okay. Would.
Yeah.
Although actually, if he has effectively critical damage, I could activate a miracle to lay on hands him of that, but I imagine once the surgery's done, he'll just recover from that on his own.
Yes. He will be completely out of it for 4 days while his body adjusts.
It's pretty decent. Juno really does have a talent for getting people back on their feet, like, almost immediately.
Those magic hands.
Right,
I haven't needed one considering the mortality rate.
Yeah. Right. Once we have Bony McSpinal out, let's send that up to new ship for analysis from Eclectic, see what she can make of it.
Kowalski analysis.
And yes, taking a look at it directly, yeah. It is pretty clear that this was the work of that this was knife work. Very precise and very measured. It'd be just barely discernible when scanned. Like you would effectively need to be looking to see it through the scan, but with it out in front of you, you can read it all the more clearly. There's a serious question as to how they did this without killing him. It's probably not something that your understanding of medicine can answer. It shouldn't have been possible.
Juno tries not to think of it. Ignorance is bliss in this case.
So did,
You sure?
so did we actually get this guy a new spine, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Or, well, you implanted it. He is a privateer. He can pay for it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got himself a new spine. We put it in.
Okay.
You say ignorance is bliss, but let me introduce you to my friend Korn. He's all about skulls, spines, and various other parts of the human body.
And he's incredibly ignorant, but angry all the time.
Exactly. So
Not very
you'll
blissful.
fit right in.
Korn is basically the god of the Imperium if the Emperor wasn't around, let's be honest.
That's exactly why we should all start worshipping him.
He's angry all the time, knows nothing but violence, and is covered in skull iconography.
Yes, the
Corbett wants you to
god
find
of
the difference
national.
between these two pictures, but they're the same.
Yes, the god of nationalism is obvious to anyone with an IQ.
Oh god, we have to. Eclectic did ask for this wacky story behind the map. Do we tell her? Of course, we should tell her. When we get back to the ship, that is.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can fast forward you actually info dumping her.
Yeah.
She is very perplexed, but agrees absolutely. This is the type of thing that her far-seeing kin would do.
They must really want whatever's on that planet back. By the way, does he recognize what we have on the planet, or we're gonna have to wait for the sanctioning?
Look, I'm not letting Eclectic down onto that planet until that's done.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's
If Eclectic goes
risky.
down to the planet, that's not my fault, but I'm not responsible for it if she does.
The thing with that planet is, you know it, I know it, full of inquisitors. And very wealthy, very well-traveled people, especially in that neighborhood.
Yes, exactly. So,
No,
I would
the
prefer not
chance
to
of
commit
her-
capital crimes.
Look, I mean, the chance of her being found out is minuscule.
This is us you're talking about. Every time until the battleship thing, we try to do anything subtle. We fail horribly.
Well,
It's not you, Eclectic, it's us. We're bad at our jobs.
yeah, but this time we're not trying to sneak in anywhere. These people know us and trust us. We are heroes, so they're not gonna give us too close of a look.
I'm going to be honest, every time I go down to the planet's surface, there are hundreds of people giving me very close looks.
Okay, how close looks?
I'm pretty sure I've touched more unique individuals since we got to Banemore than in my entire life beforehand put together.
That's why you should be traveling in the armored convoy away from the peasants like me.
But I like people. I've given out
Well-
so many blessings.
My point is, it is possible to examine that thing without having to interact with random people along the way.
Well,
And it would benefit us to know exactly what is
no,
going on with that
when-
psychic object.
when the paperwork is done, we will do that. It's not going anywhere.
No, but I just don't have the kind of patience. It hasn't gone anywhere in our 4 years of absence, so why would it disappear now?
Exactly. So just take a deep breath and wait. And once our paperwork clears, we can get on with our business without committing capital crimes for literally no reason.
It's technically not a crime when we do it.
No, it is, though.
I can make it not a crime.
And then we will shoot you.
Yes, but probably not in the head.
That's not better.
Is it though? My head is my most armored location of my body. Have you seen my head?
Yes, I
It
know.
can
That's why he
withstand
wouldn't
the
shoot you in the
plasma
head. He
cannon,
would shoot you in the
Juno.
lung or the heart.
That's fine. Then I'll get those replaced too, and they will be just as armored as my skull is. Then my entire body will be immune to plasma cannons.
Just please wait for the paperwork. I rented out an entire hotel for us. Just sit around and relax for a few days.
I hate sitting around and relaxing. I mean, I think there are more valuable things to do with our time.
How about I get all the ladies from House Lupus's honor guard, and that couple of female navigator or astropaths and our lady navigator, and we have a couple of ladies' nights.
That sounds incredibly dangerous, mostly because you're including psychers in the mix.
We let Baltus hang out with us sometimes.
Yes, but Baltus is rich.
Baltus has less control over his psychic powers than most astropaths.
That doesn't change my point.
Baltus is upset that you think that about him.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
in on this.
I mean, A, you're not in the room, but B, also, it's true. How many times have the nameless, faceless astropaths made demons pop through reality? 0.
How many of them have said this forward in time? 4 years. 100%.
No, 0 of them. It was 100% the navigator's fault. But it's okay, though, because she's rich. Like, Juno doesn't want to shoot her. What was that D100 for?
Just to see if an astropath caused a demon somewhere on the planet.
Did he?
No, it wasn't doubles.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. See, it's fine. I'll say Baltus is really good looking, though. He's a very handsome lad. Or his lucky lady.
You're comparing... Let's pull up a picture of the astropath to... Let's pull up a picture of Baltus. You're comparing these. It's not a fair comparison.
Narcia, I can't see either of these fucking pictures.
I know, but if you could, you would understand.
Oh, that reminds me, actually. Thank you for spurging out and triggering me. Hold on. Juno's just gonna put up a finger and just walk out of the hotel. Just gonna go down to the artsy fartsy district and commission someone to make a map of the Gothic sector that's hand drawn, so that she can see what the fuck is going on in the sector.
You're welcome? Question mark?
And then buy a set of Battlefleet Gothic computer miniatures so that she can see what's going on the tactical table without Casa having to explain things every 5 seconds.
Sure. They are supplied unpainted and unassembled.
Just like Games Workshop intended.
You motherfuckers.
Please tell me that I'll let Savin drop the rechristening of the name, but please tell me that our new ship has the human pylon version of a Gellerfield.
No, we did not. We got an actually decent fucking Gellerfield.
Yeah, no, the human pylon, the human equivalent of the Necron pylons.
Yes. You have a purely technological one rather than a bitch in a box.
Thank you. Alright, I will be personally overseeing the maintenance and or installation of the Gellerfield.
Okay, you know what? I guess I can put aside my heretical rituals and enjoy a nice, relaxing spa day. with psychers. No, Baltus, no. One psyker is enough.
Baltus is using his third eye.
Please do not skull fuck the navigator. My God.
No.
Do
I
not
just
use
can't
for a
back.
third
Is
eye.
Baltus summoning more demons?
You don't get pregnant from the third eye. Wait.
No. See, that wasn't doubles, but it could have been doubles.
Oh wait.
This is
Oh,
why
they
you're risking every time you open the third eye.
No, you're not, because fucking navigators don't do perils of the warp. Their psychic
No.
powers aren't fucking awful. They
Oh,
just
I was
cause horrible mutations.
talking to Baltus.
Oh,
No. Oh wait.
She's
I-
the
Oh,
one
I
who's
she's the one with the
forgot.
third eye.
I suddenly remember navigators are actually not allowed to breed with the normal people.
I mean,
Not even.
so, like, here's the thing. Female navigator, probably not. Male navigator, if he sticks his dick in a peasant, who gives a shit?
Nobody really will care about dicks being stuck anywhere. It's prognorancy that
Yeah,
is forbidden.
The issue, yeah.
Because if they have a kid, then suddenly they're no longer as valuable. Their genes have been diluted and sullied and also shared. They can't claim as much exclusivity and can't tax the Imperium's riches.
Now, hold on. If the navigator sticks his dick in a peasant, right? The kid's not going to ever be a navigator, because navigators can only make more navigators with navigators. So it's just going to be a normal human. So who cares? It doesn't harm the house any. In fact, if anything, it's a free servant. There you go.
I'm not sure how accurate the assumption that they have to be with other navigators.
It is. It is a 100% recessive gene. I read the whole fucking wiki article, and also the second world trader.
Fair enough.
All
If-
right.
At least if you're a male navigator, there shouldn't be any reason not to have random normie bastards.
Just so long as you don't do it often enough that they come into contact with each other and fuck each other, because then you might just get wild navigators appearing.
Yeah, that would be bad, but just like having
don't be-
random sprog. With like
So
one or
the
two.
law is. So the rule is don't be horny. So all failed already.
I mean,
No,
actually, if
you're-
you're a navigator, the rule is to be very horny, but only with other navigators who are also horribly deformed monstrosities. So good luck.
Fair enough. I'll spare it back.
Most of them at least start as very cute.
Yeah, I mean, you start out with only like one mutation, sometimes zero. Sometimes
Well,
that
you-
one mutation you roll is like incredible corpulence.
Again and again.
So again and again. So did she
Navigators are
rule the
fun.
unnatural? Did she roll the unnatural beauty?
I don't think that actually is one. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, point is, navigators are cool. I really like their lore. More than
I'm not
humans,
becoming a
actually.
navigator. Yeah. Apparently, that's a thing that can happen in one game.
More than Dune. It is funny how people have been like watching Dune. They're like, "Oh my god, I think they've ripped off 40K." It's like,
Oh my god!
Of course they
Okay.
are.
Well, people are stupid. Anyway,
Mhm.
so yeah, is there anything else we need to do here before we just like make sure McGuire's okay?
I can't think of anything else right now.
All right. Then yeah, do the boy recover?
He do.
We did it, team.
He is a little uncomfortable and hesitant with moving, but his tremors have stopped.
Does that mean we made a new friend?
Oh, yes.
Friend.
Yes, well, the discomfort should pass as the scars heal.
I hope you're right.
Juno will just do a quick, checkup over him to make sure there's no lingering, critical damage. Our friendo
De
here.
nada.
Excellent. Yes. I expect you will make a full recovery, Lord McGuire.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like I need to. Everything going on out there.
Indeed, we are in trying times, but the galaxy will need all of its defenders at their best soon enough. We bought Bane more some time, but the Tau will return, and needs must we press on to the front line soon.
Hmm. Whereabouts are you headed?
We intend to take a captured Tau ship, somehow, to Vindalex and then on to the Mazoa front.
Alright. I probably won't catch up with you then. Be staying in this subsector at least.
That's entirely understandable. Don't worry. We'll be back before too long. The warp is a kind mistress for once.
Yeah. And I hear it's raining on terror.
Well, I've seen rain on Terra, but fortunately was only oil from a leaking hover car. Juno grin. Oh, by the by, that shard of wraith bone you have in your vault, would you mind if we borrowed that? We have a theory that it might allow us access to their, what do they call it, webway? Could be useful.
What? You're planning on taking the fight right to them?
Indeed. Or at least making their profane technology serve us in our war against the Tau.
Yeah. Don't bite off more than you can chew, but you can have it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Narcia, let's get it ready to be transported up.
Will do.
Right. As I said, it truly has been a pleasure, Lord McGuire. Hope to see you again soon enough. Sarian, the same to you. Pleasure as always.
Indeed. I don't know how long you've been in war before, so You
Where do
you
we-
still go. So, while my lord was recovering, I scrounged around and found these for Narcia. And he was up another little box of cigars.
Oh, my, you are really spoiling me, aren't you?
If you'll be gone for 4 years, only feels right to celebrate you coming back.
Well, I guess I have to kick Xenos' ass extra hard for the next one. Thank you. This welcome gift really does make me feel like a damn hero. See, if I wasn't lost in the war for 4 years, I would have gotten you something a hell of a lot nicer than a battleship in orbit. Alas, I shall accept this humble gift and offer you in return a couple of elder victories for the least. Let's not limit ourselves to the town, shall we?
Hissarion just grins, and after a moment, Lord Maguire also offers a small smile.
Let's cleanse the Xenos scourge from all of worlds. For the Emperor.
For the Emperor.
For the Emperor. So, good job, team.
Yay.
Well, that's where I put Banemore. I was just scrolling through the list of planets. Like, no, that's Ventilex, it's Chindelgeist. But for some reason, Banemore is off on the other line, the other side of all of the other side of all of the other maps.
Makes sense.
It's not really.
It's an amazing UI design. You wouldn't get it. You're not a UI designer.
Yes, as someone who has been studying UI design, all I can do is scream into the void in pain and anguish.
Oh god.
I fucking hate that UI project, Savin. I'm still working on it. I want you to know.
No,
Good, I'm
no.
glad.
Clearly, you should take notes from Roll20. They've clearly done the best job that they could.
I can
Yes.
feel the malice through Discord right now.
Anyway.
You see, I'm gonna.
Well-
Maybe that's why they're always so bad. They're like, I hate this. I know how to get off of this job.
Maybe you're right. Maybe every UI designer has just been forced to try to come up with a good UI, has given up, and has just created something out of spite. And that's why every UI update just sucks worse and worse.
I think that's probably true.
All right.
Anywho.
Yes. Is there anything else to do on Banemore, or are we ready for the trip to Luxor?
I think we're good.
At some point, a Flame Falcon frigate will come by to collect their scouts. It is decision time about Renault.
Which would he rather do?
He would rather go back with his buddies, I assume. But you know what? It's good to have a psychically active space marine with us. And I enjoy torturing him.
First and foremost. Oh, actually, I'm on my big computer. I can turn the voice on.
Oh yeah.
First and foremost, I wish to bring death to the enemies of mankind, wherever they may be found.
Well then, there's gonna be plenty of death for the enemies of mankind if you stick with us. You remember that wonderful little boarding action, do you not? There's gonna be a lot more of that in the future.
Reynolds, we have kept you far longer from your brothers than I ever would have intended. We could use a man of your caliber, of course, but I will leave it entirely to your discretion if you wish to rejoin your chapter. You've more than earned a return to home.
Oh, that also reminds me. Wouldn't we be able to procure more tanner on this wonderful planet?
What?
Tea. Some lovely tea.
Oh, yes.
For our Lancer.
Juno, he looks at you for a moment and then shakes his head.
I will see how many magazines the promise of purity can give me. I do not believe our new vessel has the capability of manufacturing them.
He just smiles ear to ear. We are blessed to have you, brother. Thank you.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put the order for the tea. It's good to have you with us, Lancer. Of course, it should be saying, my lord. Just keeping it formal.
I guess we're not the worst bunch you bumped into.
Not quite. And indeed, I will not insist on formality from the majority of you.
Not glares at Amy.
Yes, my lord, you'll have to excuse me, I keep forgetting myself. My excuse is I've been shot in the head so many times that, it doesn't quite work right. It's a bad false excuse, but I still like to throw it at people, because there aren't many mortals that have been shot by a plasma gun in the face and survived to tell the tale.
You suffer much as the first Lancer does.
Ah, so you know my pain.
Not personally, but in principle.
Well, I suspect there'll be plenty of time for both of us to get shot in the face in the future.
He nods.
Do I need to make a roll to try to acquire that lovely tea?
No, yeah. It's just something you can get, really.
Perfect. Because he's gonna need it.
Yes.
I highly suspect his nerves are not gonna be able to hold together without a healthy supply of tanner. I don't know why, it's just a suspicion I have in the back of my head.
I don't know what you're talking about, frankly. It's not as if Amy tried to murder him that one time.
Now that we're all being fucking casual as shit to a space marine.
I was mind controlled into almost murdering him. Thank you.
Oh god, it still bothers me that I keep forgetting to refer to the Space Marines as properly, and I keep talking to them so casually.
You've been ruined by Savin.
What?
Yeah, you're supposed to refer to them as lords.
I have been until the very last time when I called him brother.
You can. You're a living saint. I have no excuse. I'm a fucking bureaucrat.
And you have received an official message from the Flame Falcons as a whole, addressed to friends.
We did a lot for our boys.
We didn't manage to do enough.
Well, actually, we did enough exactly, because
Yep.
now they're fine and fighting for the Imperium again. An attempt was made, and we did exactly the bare minimum, and it worked out.
My glorious
Hey!
holy boys.
I did a lot of stuff.
No, we did, and then we got launched into the warp before we could finish doing all of our stuff.
Yeah.
But luckily, we
There's not
did
much-
just enough to escape by before we got fucked.
It reminds me. So, does our Space Marine have common quality gear?
He did, but actually, when he returns from the Promise of Purity, he is carrying, slung under one arm, a giant crate of bolter magazines, and under the other, a tightly wrapped bundle. It appears to be in the shape of a sword, and his armor has been, well, it no longer has the the most egregiously damaged and ramshackle bits have been replaced.
Oh, good, because I was about to, if needed, personally pay out of my pocket for this guy to get some best quality gear.
I mean, we could probably get him artificer armor on Vindalex.
Exactly. Anything we cannot improve here, we will improve over at Vintelex.
In fact, Snippy opened a. I call it Beep Boops because I refuse to remember whatever that name is.
Mandragora.
And go to page 25. Not 25 in your reader, because the reader warps everything weird. But look at Archaeotech Specialist and Artificer Armament.
I mean, you call it Beep Boops because you've also named it Beep Boops.
Well, when it got sent to me, it was just a bunch of random letters.
Of course, because they got it off 4chan.
No.
Really? Not?
No.
Ah.
It came directly from the Google archive. However,
Where do you think the archive got it from?
Because it's like...
I mean, it's the one the author.
Ah, okay.
So...
Yeah, it's like... It is a weird name, but it downloads and posts as like Mandragora Volume 2 or something like that.
Oh, I see what you mean, Stray.
Mm.
Look at this thing. It's wonderful. Well then. We're just waiting until we manage to get alive to Vindalex.
First, we need to get alive to Luxor, and before that, we need to take possession of our ship.
Yes, I believe you. You said you had something you wanted to do there.
Yeah. Once we have command of the ship, and our new crew supplies are loaded up and we're ready to depart, I was going to stride up onto the bridge for the first time and open up the main circuit. Attention crew of the Vigil unto Dawn. This is your captain speaking. And Juno Dandrick, consort to the rogue traitor House of Lupus and Hospitaller Legatine, the Order of the Torch. We come together in the midst of a great trial. Xenos and heretics ravage the Gothic sector from every direction. Many of the Imperium's worlds have already fallen under their sway. But hope is far from lost. Humanity is an unbreakable bulwark against the cold, dark terrors of the void. Ours may be a civilian ship, captained by a doctor, but there is no room for clemency in the face of the Tau, who would strip the Imperium of its faith, nor the heretics of the Militum Nox that bow gladly to the arch-enemy. We now make for Luxor to finish refit and gather arms for war. There will be no shortage of battle and bloodshed in our future, and though human life is the Emperor's currency, I swear to you that I will spend it frugally. I will let none under my command perish needlessly or in vain. From the lowest rating to the highest bridge officer, you are all his sons and daughters. Each of us is a spark of the Emperor's light, and I mean for this ship to be the torch that bears his radiance into the night. Trust in your shipmates and your faith, and together we shall burn away the corruption that has taken hold across humanity's domain. Thank you all. The Emperor protects. Closed circuit.
Have a temp fight.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
Also, like to use the charm action to improve morale of crew, because I notice we're down a bunch of points. Start off with.
Sure.
Right. Do. So that is back to full.
7.
Can I make a command test to a charm test to improve morale with a plus 30 bonus for cat ears?
It's apparently up to full.
Yep, we're
Fair enough.
good on morale now.
I was mostly shitposting, but also wanted to see if I couldn't get away with it.
And Juno
Sure.
is going to turn to the bridge crew. Say, well, I'm glad you're all with me on this. I understand me taking the captain's role is, well, perhaps not unexpected, but it's not necessarily what any of us signed up for. We used to be spies and infiltrators, and now we're crewing a warship. But if none of you object to continuing to serve under me, then we shall get underway, and if any of you find this situation disagreeable, I will have no hard feelings about securing you passage back to Lord Weave's side.
Well, I would prefer to just run off and go out and fight aliens amongst the stars, but who's going to protect you when your optimism rarely fails?
Indeed.
The Emperor.
Well, actually, Eloa could probably manage that just fine, but I'm going to be here because I like you anyways.
Thank you, Amy. Well,
We're touched.
if none have objections, then I'd like to assign out duty positions to each of you that you may speak with full authority on this ship. Augustus, I want you on the bridge with me till such time as you are returned to your command. You shall be first officer. Eloa, unsurprisingly, Enginseer Prime. Our engineering department is yours. Narcia, Master of Whispers. Intelligence and Analysts are your domain. Kiera, Master Helmsman. I trust you to get us where we need go. Ceiko, you shall be the master of Ordinance. The ship's arsenal, from the lowest las gun to the greatest macro cannon, are now your responsibility. Marco, I'd like you to work under him, to train yourself to be familiar with the cannons. You are, besides Ceiko, our best shot. Kessa, you shall be the master of Etherics, and Jeff, you are our master at arms. Amy, you'll be working underneath Jeff, officially this time. Smile. And Baltus, I place the Astropaths and Navigator under your care. I know you are no astropath yourself, but until such time as we find ourselves a transcendent, you are Choir Master Telepathica.
Acting master of the Mechanicus Sanctum, perhaps, but Enginseer Prime is a rank, not a position.
Tell that to the fucking Rogue Trader book.
It's both.
Magos is far above.
Yes, but
We're going to need someone. We're also going to need a proper Enginseer Prime for when Eloa leaves the ship.
Yeah. You are currently billeted as Enginseer Prime. You're exact. You are massively overpaid for your position. Congratulations. You are like an 06 serving as W03.
Oh my god, I've just become Major Hogan from Sharp's Rifles.
All right. So, with that out of the way, let's make for Luxor, everyone.
Yes. Yeah. Just it's time to find another battleship, right?
No, if we skip another 5 years, if we skip more in time, I think we're eventually just going to end up in like the fucking Maledictum. It's gonna be like,
If we skip more in time, do we just flash forward into our own epilogue?
Look, if we skip forward enough time, we can go meet Rowboat and Admiral Spire, and it'll be great.
No, what we need to do now is now teleport back in time 7 years or something.
That would be fantastic. We can go kick Mayro in the balls.
Anyway. Savin, is there a reason for the detour to Elysium?
When I was routing this out, I was told that like this was the normal route to get to Luxor.
No, there is actually a direct Banemore Mostardo one.
Okay, well, I can't see the warp routes under the bread. Sorry.
Yeah. Have this non-redified map.
I actually still can't see that warp route. Oh, from Mestado to Luxor?
Yeah, I can just see it. Okay. So yeah, as much as I would love to go hug the Flame Falcons, I don't want to spend any more time in the warp than necessary. So fuck them, I guess.
Yeah. So that is. Let's round that up to 12 days back. All right.
And then we get to reduce that by 1d5 plus 5.
You will, yes.
Don't fuck this up.
We begin by divining the auguries. All right. So. Whoops. The navigator is a veteran. She's giving you a plus. DCL. Mute, please. So yeah, Savin, this is your ship. Would you like to make the rolls?
Can I make Og make the rolls because he has more fate?
Sure.
Thank you.
However, would you like to actually be the one pressing the button on the sheet, though?
Sure. What button I do? Just crew rating?
Yep, crew rating. It says a +10 modifier.
Okay. Hey, Lamau.
All right. So okay. There is no 9. There is no warp storm brewing nearby. She has a reasonably accurate estimate of the passage. Now, translating in. Juno, what sort of rituals to ward off bad luck are you going to do?
Well, Juno is El Sororita, so I think her idea of a good luck ritual is going to be just a ship-wide mass. Just get as many bodies on their knees and singing praise to the Emperor as you possibly can.
Mass. Does that mean that they're also going to be fed?
I mean, yeah.
Holy shit, these people probably haven't eaten in weeks.
Alright. Can just... As you are not in any danger, you can just spend an hour having a mass. That step is basically just there as a tax on translating in combat.
It makes sense.
Now, stage 3. This is a stable route, and the Astronomicon is visible. You aren't in the Grail Dark anymore. So this is a crew rating +30, please.
All right, and then +10 from the Navigator?
I was including that.
Oh, okay, sure. Fuck's sake. Oh, fate that.
Yep, let me just get all the sheet open to start marking fate points off.
Fate again.
Okay, he's used half of them.
Excellent. We're off to a great start.
Alright. So, succeeded on the test. You will have a +10 bonus to navigate warp tests. Right, you got some spicy charts. So now it is crew rating +40 on the navigation roll.
Sweet. Hey, there we go.
Alright. So, you will have one warp travel encounter as your voyage is reduced to 1 day.
Outstanding.
So, 7 roll. Well, actually, I've been making you do a lot of rolls. Snippy, roll 1d100.
You sure about that?
I kind of wanted to do it.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. I don't care.
Okay. Oh boy, this is a psychic encounter.
Yay.
Oh, joy.
Oh no.
Bob, you're up.
No, this is entirely on the navigator.
Well, luckily
Oh.
she's a veteran navigator.
Yep.
Unfortunately, our ship is fucking cursed, so it's -5 to willpower if that matters. Oh, also, all navigation tests may deposit this ship through the warp gain, a +15 bonus. I don't know if that was being included or not.
Oh, no, I forgot that one.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, that would have been against a 95 there. Which would have been very
That first
embarrassing.
one, the one
no.
that failed the first time. No, okay.
No, that was locating the Astronomicon. That was not navigating the warp.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Okay. Winter, please roll me 1d100. 93, so she has a trial of conundrum.
Well, that sounds fun.
That sounds like a sphinx.
Kinda.
Or right. The navigator finds herself lost in a place of confusion and deception, such as the never-ending corridors of a labyrinthine library, the dark alleyways of a vast unmapped city, or a bewildering maze of mirrors. She must find a way out. Alright. How does this actually get handled? Okay, this is clearly set up for a player navigator to have a roleplay moment.
It's fine, you just get to play with yourself.
Roll creating intelligence?
Yeah, crew rating with a -5 due to... Well, yeah, actually, it would be intelligence, so yeah, just crew rating. She applies her inherent +10.
Paid.
Alright. She works her way out of the maze of mirrors.
Gnarly.
That is the soul warp traveling count. Now, leaving the warp, she can actually see the Astronomicon. She's perfectly on target. Yeah, no issues happen. Cost 3 fate points, but you know, just don't have to do more than one warp jumper session, and it'll be fine.
Basically, yeah, that's the plan. Is to fucking filibuster so that we never have to do more than one warp jump at a time.
Alright. Find yourselves entering Luxor system. Luxor itself is a great mining world. Now entering the last stages of its lifespan under the gentle and kind ministrations of the Imperium, the planet's surface is riddled with cracks showing its molten core. Of a little more interest, though, are the rings of space stations. One of a handful of independent dockyards large enough to support cruisers, battleships, and universe-class conveyors. Luxor is one of the great prizes of the Gothic sector. The fate of this individual world may be the fate of the sector as a whole.
I thought we sold that at Vindalex.
No, I thought we towed it with us.
I mean, I'm fairly certain your path back to Vindalek, like, the best one would basically be going through Banemore anyway.
Yeah, like, it's... I just realized, oh shit, we forgot all about that. Yeah, it's just in dry dock somewhere in orbit around Banemore until we come back for it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whoops! Just casually forgetting a fucking battleship, just Imperium things.
I thought that's where we got the money from.
No, we got the money from selling the poison scorn and some random garbage.
Oh!
Yeah. Also, the you did get a
Bale
chunk.
planet.
Well, yeah, You got the money for saving the planet and for selling the Scorn. The battleship, you have effectively already sold it, but you have to, transport it. Shipping and handling, my man.
Yeah. So, well,
So
we'll
we
get
could
that
just
taken
go
care of
back.
later. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's Did Eloa and Narcia have any success looking through how to make that thing warp jump, by the way?
Oh,
I was informed Eloa was just working on this ship, and Narcy was doing Narcy things.
Okay.
I don't know how to fly that. I don't. Believe it or not, the things for operate are none of what I have. Operate is like agility and something else, fieldcraft, I think.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's fine. I'm just look, and I assume the Dauntless can't physically tow the fucking thing because it's like twice as big as us, if not more. However,
Probably maybe could, but it would be a fucking pain.
however,
Savin,
you know what's not half as big as a battleship? A universe mass conveyor. And you know what's going to Vindalex? Universe mass conveyors from a mining planet. Just contract one of those to fucking tow the thing with it. That's
I
fine.
mean, we could get a demon to tow it through the war.
No. Go
you
away,
sure?
Frank.
It's not Frank. This is an entirely different demon. It's not me either. This is a demon of Krone.
Yes. Its name is Kranth.
Yes.
I don't
He's a
want the
lovely guy. Let
barbarian
me
demon
introduce
either.
you.
I don't trust him with a fucking class 3 driver's license.
We're just gonna ram it into Vidalex.
Yes, I know, that's the plan. I don't trust the demon to do it without murdering a bunch of people. Anyway, sorry, let's get back on track for the Luxor.
Yes.
Because they're not fun.
All right. Settings. Yeah, your warp trip was incredibly speedy. You are, in fact, here ahead of the astropathic message telling them to have a berth prepared for you.
Whoops.
So you're going to be waiting a couple of days.
You know what? That's actually perfectly fine because I have other business in this sector that we actually need to not be berthed for. Where's Cass's sheet? Here we go. Okay, so forever and a half ago, I picked up a lore tidbit that hidden somewhere in the Luxor system, possibly like in orbit of one of the outer planets. There's a bunch of starship wreckage, one of which had Freeblade Knights in it, maybe, possibly. So, I would like to spend these couple days doing active augury through the system and try and find me some salvage.
Sure. It will be quite an undertaking, though, as, well, it has been centuries since the Gothic War. The easy-to-find stuff has already been found.
Exactly. But that's fine. Because we have time and we have actually a really good detection rating.
All right.
So I believe that's scrutiny?
Yep, scrutiny plus detection. Difficulty will be -50.
Oof. Alright, let's see. Does anyone have a better scrutiny percent than 50?
Well,
Hello.
Alright.
he does.
Ceiko, would you please make a -20 total scrut roll for me?
Sounds good.
Oh, I also have 30 dots in scrutiny.
My man.
So,
Ceiko can find shit.
yeah.
All right. So, yes. Well, you won't find a whole ship, not at first. Instead, just a little bit of debris. It's intermingled into intermingled into a planet's ring. Just pings back as a different material when you look at it, and well, paying more attention. Yeah, it seems to have roughly the same composition as a starship's armor plating. Just shards of adamantium. And following from that with some scanners and a bit of mapping, it's you to a moon. A Takataka-ing moon.
Sorry.
Yeah. And yes. Your scans definitely show that a ship. Yeah. Based on the dispersion of the wreckage, the ship has to be on this moon. But you don't see a ship on the moon. If at any point you rub Narcia's bureaucracy on this, I won't need a roll, just a question if you do.
Sure, I'll have the whole crew come up and look at this thing, try and figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. She can confirm, no starship has ever been salvaged from there. If it was there, it's either still there or it was stolen in secrecy. And one does not really secretly a starship. Not in a busy system like this, at least.
Let's begin checking impact craters. Perhaps it's been covered up by planetary dust and debris since crash landing. Or else is sunken underground. I imagine the moon doesn't have any water or anything on it, right? It's just
Correct.
barren rock. Then yeah, let's do a deep scan of the planet. See if we can find impact craters from about the Gothic War.
All right. Let's have another scrutiny detection roll, -10 this time.
Okay, so a total of +20 Ceiko.
Scrutiny with +20?
Mm-hmm. So it's just a question of DOS. Oh.
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. A crater on the near the moon's northern pole is a more likely culprit. It is quite deep at significant amounts of dust and, well, general assorted detritus has gathered on there. A ship could very easily be buried in it, and indeed, scanning the sand, it does contain trace elements of oxides and decay products from from many of oxides and decay products that would be produced by a ship's slow decline. The adamantium itself will hold many of the other materials from which a ship is forged, can break down and fail. Certainly, a plasma reactor can produce quite a bit of radiation, and there are there are very definite signs that there is a ship present there and buried. However, finding it is one thing. Actually getting it, that's going to be a whole other, as it is quite thoroughly buried.
Indeed. So, I think the thing to do is going to be to, Eloa, would you mind deploying some of your Scitarii to the surface? Let's see if we can find an entrance to the ship. We don't need to dig up the whole thing. Just find a way inside for now.
Is finally time.
It is time for the Triarios, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
About time. Get the clankers in there.
Legate. Fire up the Triarios and bring a mixed unit squad. Suggestion. Hang on, let me go back. I forget what they're called. Volkites and plasma calivers should make up the majority of your unit, and then back up with the radium Giselles.
Affirmative, Honored Majors. A note. Only one blessed by the machine could survive given the planet's condition. As such, I must query whether radium weapons would be effective.
Not even orcs?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
They'd have been stuck in there for centuries.
Yeah,
with nothing
but
to fight.
they're orcs. They're just spores, and they chill out in the warp for forever on what are they
They
called?
have demons to fight in there. Here they
Yeah,
don't
but they don't die just because they don't have anything to fight. They just kill each other.
Yeah.
Yes, there may be one very large orc.
Okay.
One big boss in there. Just
Might be
eating grots forever.
an orc
well,
with 50k experience just waiting.
Just addendum that order then. But, like orcs and Tyranids are incredibly radiation resistant. Resistant to stuff unless it's like super directed radiation weapons. Actually, I think Necron, not Necrons.
So even
sorry,
mix of
Tyranids
rad and
is
projectile then.
Nah, it's just projectile and plasma.
Sure.
Yes. Can deploy them. They aren't going to be able to locate an entrance at the surface, however, actually being down there with direct mapping and scanning equipment, they can work out where the ship is. Or rather, where half the ship is. The other half appears appears to have become the debris field mixed in with the planet's ring. It is about 200 meters deep.
Silas started blasting. Actually, does the Traris just have... Did it drill?
Probably not.
No.
It's got a power ram. It does not have a power drill.
No.
Yeah, the tree. I don't think the Triaris can help you there.
200
But-
meters down.
But you know what could help us?
Macro batteries?
Maybe not igniting them, not shooting the macro batteries, but taking explosives from the ship.
Yeah.
Alternatively, there is the entire planet covered in mining equipment.
Oh, fair
You know, you can just
Yeah.
contract someone to mine it.
Yeah, basically. I think we'll start with the mining thing. Your skitties can just kind of chill out here for an extended period of time, right? Like, they don't give a shit about the cold, dark void.
They have best
trailers.
quality equipment, and the Triaros is completely hermetically sealed.
Okay. Would you mind if we just kind of left them here to make sure nobody saw us dicking around and then decides to come jack our find?
As long as we come back sharpish, I'm not just leaving.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go to the planet and then come right back as soon as we got our stuff.
Alright. I guess I'll give orders to secure the area, and we'll be back with salvage equipment. Anyone that challenges your claim, feel free to test out the integrated weapons on the Triaros, and I envy him the chance to.
You will just be able to overhear some excited beeping on Viscataria's own battle net when he affirms the order.
Excellent. All right, well, hopefully after all that time, our berth should be open.
Yes.
Excellent. So yeah, let's get into dry dock and get our shit together.
Yes.
But before we do that, I think Ceiko has an important visit down on the surface.
Yeah.
Or
Should I
in
be
a
rolling
space
stealth as
station,
well?
more likely.
You don't need to unless you want to. Well, this is a thing unrelated to you. This is.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was Sadra.
She might also decide to sneak up on you. You can try to sneak up on her if you want. It would certainly be, a reminder of when you first met.
Yeah, sounds good.
Should I be nervous?
Always.
Every time.
Mm.
Look, if someone manages to mine the fucking moon that stealthily, they can have the goddamn ship. They deserve it.
All right.
It's just a bunch of orcs mining it from the other side. We just didn't bother to look.
They're mining it from the other side of the moon. Just They've been at this for centuries, and they're almost there.
I believe it.
Okay, orcs, have fun. You can have the fucking night. With my blessing, shalom.
We will.
The blue skulls are the best.
All right.
I win today.
You do indeed. Actually, I need to very, very quickly step away. I will return momentarily.
Sure.
talking with my mimic friend about the mimic stuff, the do armor.
Is there anything that cannot be a mimic?
Rules is written, probably.
I'm still
Rules
haunted
is
by
written.
the image of the fucking Dune mimic. It's just an entire Dune, and it's a mimic. Why the fuck would you make this?
I
well,
really love this one.
It's a health potion. No, it's actually a mimic. It's a new sword. Ah, that's also a mimic. The table, a mimic.
mimic.
The armor, a mimic.
I do think it does have to be like one. Like it couldn't be like just a hill, because a hill is a bunch of smaller things
Oh.
lumped together.
Damn it, Reddit! I thought it ended in a thing.
Everything is a fucking mimic.
Yeah.
Except the things I actively tried to break. Those are never mimics.
Never, no.
Oh, I can't wait for the mimic dungeon coming up in Shivs. This has been a character thing for me since the very beginning of the campaign.
I wish you the best of luck.
It's okay. I've already gave a mimic head pats.
Oh, okay. How about a lake that is basically a gelatinous cube?
Yeah? The lake is a mimic.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, Ceiko.
I did a Gura with a broken link.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Stray.
You can head to where Cedra set up. I assume you will set up like a place rather than just both wandering around the space station for a while.
Sounds good.
Yes. You can see. You can spot her. She's pretty well hidden, but well, the small child, 2 or 3 years old, in her lap is quite difficult to hide. And
Yeah.
well, she's having to give it a lot of attention to make sure the child doesn't just vanish. So she doesn't appear to have noticed you.
Yeah, well, I'll come up to her and then get her attention and break stealth. My turn this time.
Guess so. It was quicker than me, though. So,
Yeah.
Ceiko,
Cedra?
meet your son.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful boy. What'd you end up naming him?
Heck.
It's just Seiko. Seiko Jr. there.
Yeah, he's definitely not Junior. No, another Seiko, that's for sure.
Oh no, sorry. He's Drustel Jr.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Just a moment while I something out.
All right, sorry. We should have been more prepared for this.
Yes, I definitely should have done it. I just derped. Um, um, that's no, that would just get confusing. Oscar.
A wonderful name.
I wasn't totally sure.
Anything's better than mine.
It's not too bad. But yeah, it's I never really expected to be having to name a kid, so
Yeah, sorry about that.
Dada?
Dada. And I'll head pat the boy.
Nods, repeatedly, clearly pleased with himself.
Precious few pics of Ceiko.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start coming up with better nicknames, Oscar. He's at that stage where he's just deciding any guy is Dada.
Aw.
Yeah, well. Oh. Well, it's okay, I'm here now.
I didn't mean that as like a criticism
know.
against you. It's just
I get you.
yeah. Doctor says it's a thing most boys go through at some point. They're just starting to actually be able to tell faces.
Oh. Hopefully I'll pick up on mine quick.
It's pretty distinct.
Yeah. The line between face and mask is blurred. What was that about? Was it?
Nothing to worry about.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Anyway, so what's been going on while I was gone?
Well, I missed out on the whole savior debacle. By the just in case the knife ears decided to try, I was behind to watch the estate, and then by the time they came back, well, it was starting to show with the little one.
Makes sense.
Can't say I mind it being left out too much, at least with hindsight.
Yeah.
You know, it almost took the boss out.
Your boss?
Yeah.
Yeah. This rough one, I heard.
Yeah, but all resolved.
Yeah, I guess. one way or another.
Not. Yeah. Could have probably been a little smoother, but take what victories we can get, right?
Right.
So, what's been up with you? Like, how many?
Well, for me, it was only a week.
Oh, it was one of those jumps.
Yep.
Gotta say, that is kind of lucky.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. Juno. So, you'd think being blind, but no, she's pretty good behind a ship, even without being an astropath.
I'm just going to assume, like, she's the captain rather than.
Yeah.
I can figure out how you do that while being blind. Can't really figure out, actually flying.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. She's got the skills. She is a pilot.
Prophet, you can drive without license. Oh yeah? Watch this.
Yeah, in her dream, Juno is piloting the ship and then realizes she's blind again and just explodes and wakes up.
Don't worry, in your dream, I'm gonna have hasten out the eyes by a couple of inches.
The response. Thanks, Paul.
Right. Well, fair enough. If
Well, she used to have the skills anyway.
Well, at least a lot of it, from what I hear, is muscle memory. If someone was standing next to her, like, describing what was on the screen, maybe. I wouldn't want to risk it, though.
Boy, that ship, that poison scorn though, that thing was not warp worthy. Let me tell you.
Cursed?
Gellerfield was bad. Well overdue for a change.
Yeah. I'm
pretty sure I saw a demon.
Well, that's not good.
No.
Hope you swapped it for something.
I have no idea at this point. I did not engage.
Fair. I can't really blame you. I fall asleep most of the time the boss starts talking about his ships.
So it wasn't a good trip. Even beyond the 4 years difference.
Well, any trip you can walk away from.
Very much so.
No, what about the ones you slither or sort of like crawl away from?
I mean,
Or hop?
you know,
That's sorry. Just-
If you have to
get out of
crawl
me.
away,
Get out of my head, Baltus. Trying to think if there's anything else out of character. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say.
So there was something I had.
Right?
I'm planning on saying yes, but figure you,
Ah,
I guess, have veto right. Was
I'm supposed to pop the question now, I guess. Yes.
oh no.
Oh wait. Oh, okay.
You can.
I'm very lost now. I'm sorry.
No, it's about Oscar. Given, who we are, and, he's only, 3,
Small.
but he's been doing pretty well on, his early tests. So, boss was... Well, he said he could sponsor him in for temple training.
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea at all.
Does have a very high washout rate, but
Feels like everything does. Everything's specialized.
yeah. And honestly, most things, if you wash out, they could kill you anyway.
Yep. Yeah. That does. Oh, actually, I do have another option. I'm not the only one with the kid. At least Balty's got one on the way. So I could be training him myself, I suppose.
Would mean we actually get to see him ever again.
Yeah.
Which, well... at this point we're almost past the diapers phase anyway. I can put up with it for a bit longer.
Jesus Christ, woman.
I mean, if you're willing to do that, then yeah. I am, I'm on board.
Yeah, sure. All right. Sounds like the plan then.
Yeah. I'll have to work things out with the boss. for, coming with you. Or you could come with us.
I'm pretty bound to my group with Juno and Eloa and them. So.
Fair.
Really appreciate it if you came with us.
One thing I have to promise, but your ship does not have a wonky gala field.
Yes, it does not.
All right.
Yep, the message just came back. Not anymore, bitch.
Awesome. Then I'll talk to the boss.
Please. And then he goes in for the hug.
Yes, hug is accepted. I was going to say she goes in for the smooch, but metal mask. That does make it a bit difficult.
That's why I said no, that's why I decided against that.
Yeah.
She can still smooch the mask, but the mask cannot smooch back.
Yes, she will cheek smooch.
How does Ceiko eat again?
It still works. It's just not. Lips is not good for kissing. It's pretty in the way. It's mostly just over. Does that make sense?
Ceiko's on the RoboCop diet.
All right. Yes. I think we can fade to black there. Just let them, have a bit of a date and fade in on Amelie. A knock comes your cabin door.
Amelie opens the door, peering through it.
Yeah. Juno waves up at you. Hey, Amy.
Amelie has an extremely grumpy face, and it goes, it's like, Juno?
I was just swinging by to check how you're doing, how settling in. Something wrong?
Sorry, I am not used to having to deal with an actual sun again. It is messing with my sleep schedule.
Oh. How badly? If it's too bad, I can prescribe you something.
No, I don't want to be on anything that'll hamper my senses. Well, not any more than a lack of sleep is already doing that.
Fair. If it does get any worse, though, come let me know.
Frankly, it is just a consequence of my assassin training. I spent so long adjusting myself to a sleeping pattern where everybody was less likely to be awake in. Now I'm paying the cost. But other than that, I'm doing rather fine.
That's good. Let's just Well, I guess I was just a little worried you would be going stir crazy. Been a bit since we had a fight.
Oh, yes, I have plans for that.
So, is this the part where you don't tell me because I would disapprove?
I'm just going to be doing my job efficiently. I figure while resting, I could try to find and root out Heresy, and if the Assassin Adeptus is so skilled as everyone says, they'll obviously take note of me doing my job. Unfortunately, it's the only idea I have, really. They don't seem to be findable, and I don't know where Marcus is.
Marcus?
Wait, sorry, no. Who? Tell me, I keep forgetting. Who again is supposed to be giving me assassin training?
Mayoral.
Mayora, thank you. Sorry, I keep getting the names mixed up. Yeah, we don't know where Mayora is.
The fact they're both assassins is.
Yeah, it really fucks with my head.
I get ya.
Well, I've heard worse ideas.
I'm aware it's not really a good one, but what else am I to do? I need to finish my training if I'm to be as useful as I want to be.
Oh, you're plenty useful.
Well, of course, unless I'm having to deal with a force field. Those damn blueberries, I swear! He'd perfectly for melee attacks against me in the... whatever, I'm complaining again. The point is, I'm fine, and I'll make sure that my extracurriculars are timely and don't mix up with anything that the rest of you are doing.
All right. Should probably let Narcia know at least. Who knows what she gets up to?
I do, generally, when I'm watching. Don't know when I'm not. She doesn't sleep. Well, either way, I'm going to go back to sleeping in the ceiling now.
Do you not have a bed?
Of course I do, but if anybody's trying to kill me, that's where they expect me to be.
Amy, you know, are you at least well wrapped up? Can't have you getting pneumonia.
Of course. Hell, those synth muscles I have are so thick I could practically walk out into the winter and not even feel it. Don't ask me why I know I can do that.
Okay. I'm just going to go now. You will...
Bye-bye.
Yes. Juno nods at you and leaves.
Oh boy.
The entire scene. The entire fucking scene.
We'll go back to sleeping.
Sure.
At least for now. We can take care of trying to get it some attention shenanigans later.
I can't believe that worked.
Somehow half of me thinks T-Cell didn't even know what was going on there.
No, he does. At least I hope he does.
I do.
Okay.
Okay, he does. He's just not metaing.
But honestly, she would. Honestly, I have no in-character reason to.
Oh no, I know. I was just expecting some out of character reaction after the scene to be like, "Uh oh."
No.
This is fine. Hey, we found your assassin trainer though. If we beat this bitch unconscious later, soon.
Yeah, it's like this is fine.
So yeah.
So can we
Be
roll profit
fine.
back
If
with
they
the
try-
ship upgrades now? Because nothing's going wrong at the moment.
It's fine. If they try to assassinate Amelie in the vents, she won't be there. Because obviously you don't sleep somewhere after you've spoken about it. because
It's
someone
not you
heard
who's getting fucking assassinated here.
That is
That's
fair.
fine, though. I have my faith in the Emperor and Rosarius, so I'm sure things will be fine.
If anything, I'm more worried for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so Rosarius. It's not like the signature weapon of that particular group ignores force fields.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Was it the one on Thurker Grove?
Anyway, yes, if you want to, I guess it would be ship purchases time.
Wait. What about us digging out that giant spaceship?
Well, we need to load up all the mining equipment and get over there, so...
Okay, so I guess maybe we could just sort of line up these before.
Yeah, it's kind of the plan, is to get all this stuff together at once, and then you...
I mean, it's going to take us a while to dig through the crust, even with mining equipment.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could get the mining equipment, go drop it off, then come back. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that's the probably most efficient way to do
let's
it.
let's do that. All right.
It's in system, so it's only going to be a few days, I imagine.
What is the rarity of the industrial mining machine? And a skilled operator to use it.
Yeah. So
Do you not count as a skilled operator?
I'm not going to sit there for days on a lifeless moon. I have better things to do with my time before I die.
Let's see. I think the actual thing itself would be scarce, but then you have a location modifier to bring it down to average, actually even down to common, but then the numbers required to get it done in any reasonable time frame, we're back down to rare, a -20 modifier.
Okay. Let's see. I guess, would I be getting this from the Mechanicus or just from some mining company?
Mining company. Luxor is independent of the Martian Mechanicum.
Weird, but okay.
Until I tell Vindalex on... No, I'm kidding.
Vindalex knows. The treaty guaranteeing their independence is about as old as Vindalex. Yeah, they are wholly independent from the Mechanicum and the Imperial Navy.
Like your finest mining equipment and salvage machine, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Can we pick up a few servitors that might know how to that we can program or something?
I mean, I'm getting this with a crew, yeah. I don't know if their servitors are real people, but
led by a real person.
Good enough.
I sure hope he likes adventures.
I mean, it's not much of an adventure. We're just dropping off on the moon, coming back in a couple
Yeah,
days.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it back. Well, are we renting this or buying this?
We're renting this. We just need to excavate this fucking ship enough to get inside of it.
And maybe uncover a little bit more so we can lift it up. Because
Yeah, I mean, we'll need to get things out of the cargo hold if there are things of value in there, but we can worry about that later. Let's just get inside right now.
I mean, the ship itself is valuable.
It's half of a ship, but I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just
Does
we gotta
the Imperium want half of a whatever kind of ship this is?
Not really.
Yeah.
Oh, what? That that doesn't
If
sound
it was
like
still the
Imperium I
whole
know.
ship, sure, yeah, absolutely. When it's the radioactive wreckage of half of a ship, And if we dig up the whole thing, we could sell it for scrap, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. If you get it and just give it to them, they will be happy and pat you on the back. They don't really care enough to go get it themselves, given the state it's in.
I mean, see, we get. Oh well, we'll do. We'll.
All right.
Probably easier than trying to like winch that up. use our cruiser as a tow truck.
So, Savin.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be based off of your war factor score of 42.
Oh.
It's like profit factor, but it's not profit. Because you aren't real rogue traders. You aren't in this for money.
I mean,
you're in this for war.
I have this rogue trader guy here who I'm kind of attached to. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. So.
So, the crew quarters change is +0 modifier.
Okay.
And actually, just do a commerce roll. I will take the one roll, apply it to all of the things.
That's fine. Dab.
Oh.
That's +55? Thank you.
+50.
Okay.
But yeah. So yes, you're starting at 92. So, yep. Crew quarters change gone through. Going to the Clemency Life Sustainer, also +0. The Passive Detection Auger is a -10. The Command Bridge is a -10. And installing Shadow Blind at Bayes is a -20. All right.
So I'm getting a bunch of this shit at good quality, right?
The only one you would qualify for that for would be the Command Bridge.
And hey, I'll fucking take that.
Yeah, it's the only one you rolled well enough to get the free upgrade on.
Sweet. Glad I could get all this nice stuff for this assassin when she releases me. Really helping out here. Oh wait, that's why the Mechanicus was like, "Oh, Juno's involved." Oh, okay. Well,
sure.
This is gonna be awkward.
All right, luxury passenger quarters +0.
Oh.
Quiet chambers +0.
Uh-oh. That's important. I'll go ahead and pop a fade on that.
Sure. Melodium +0. All right. Auto Temple +10.
What?
I think that. What was the 35 on again? I think I got good quality on that too. That was the luxury quarters.
And
then the 24 was the astropaths.
Let's see. Yes, you would indeed get both of those as good quality.
Sweet.
All right. Observation dome +0. And the Empyrean mantle, they do not have the technology to do here.
That's fine. I was planning on getting that on Vindalex anyway.
Now, are you going to spend any money to actually upgrade those from basic to god tier?
I mean, we got a bunch of them at good quality already. So, no, not right now. What would the modifier be to like upgrade our cannons to good quality?
Let's see.
I think, shit, where's the table for that? It's somewhere in Mediguerre, obviously.
If only we had some way to like stealth our way around things.
Let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Battlefleet Coronas. Right, the good quality modifiers.
It is also in Mandragora on book page 28, I believe.
Do. 6, 7, 8. Here we go.
29 even.
All right. Let's see. +1 power generated would actually be really nice for the drive too. So yeah, let's see what the modifiers to get the GATs and the drive GQ'd. I think that'll be enough stuff for right now.
Sure.
Now that I look at it, these stats sort of remind me of the game FTL, the video game FTL.
Yes. So getting good quality versions just raises the that would be a -10 base, and you wanted that for the engine?
Yeah, let's start with the engine. I think that's the most important.
Okay, so that's subtype power, so that is a -20.
Okay, so a total of -30?
No, it was a total of -20.
Okay. So, E.
Yep.
Alright, let's just write this down. Power supply plus GQ. And then for the cannons.
Okay, and you just want good quality again?
Yeah.
-40.
Oof.
War
Alright.
type components come with a -30 for buying.
Well, I'm gonna fate point the 96, so let's try that again, and then I'll have. Excuse you, you're not Juno. Imposter. And I'll have just my temp paint left. Okay, so I get one good quality cannon. It's a really, really good quality cannon.
Just wait, are you picking the cannon or the lance?
So as far as I can tell, it doesn't matter really. Like it doesn't change the damage or anything. It's just going to change the.
Scroll to the next page.
Oh, for God's sake.
Lance has very good range.
Range modifier, space modifier, SP modifier. No.
It's very important that we have a lance.
And we do have a lance. It's just a question of yeah.
Which one are you upgrading?
I mean, I guess the lance if it's the same role, but I was assuming the macrobat. Okay. GQ lance. That way I don't have to track different macro battery stats. So lance is also GQ'd. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just.
Thank you, Juno, and your incredible commerce.
Oh, just
What's the ship's hull point?
yeah.
Okay,
Let's see.
you're down 25 sec.
Okay. And we'd already spent. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Acceptable.
All right. And yeah.
I will
I
update our ship sheet between sessions, I suppose. It's going to be a lot of
Thank you.
jerking around.
Oh yeah, go for it, Stray.
Like I have until the bottom of the hour. But
I
realized I'm out of cheese and bread.
yeah, you can just go now. You won't be needed, so well probably. I don't have anything you'll need it for.
Oh, and I'm out of horse rider spread.
Yes. Ceiko, you will get a message from Cedra.
All right.
I can't find the boss to ask him. He's disappeared for something. I'll make sure to get you an answer before your ship's ready to leave, though.
Respond back. Appreciated. Thank you. Good luck.
Yes.
Mayor's gender bending jackets.
Oh, yeah. Ceiko, are you ever going to mention that you're trying to bring Cedra aboard the crew?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Yes, I would.
I guess Juno will just
Sorry.
pass a message on to her through Ceiko that she'd like to meet our potential newest crewman, if she would grace us with her presence.
And her qualifications. This is no pleasure cruise after all.
Juno's just going to kind of like glance over at Narcia. I mean, to be fair, her qualifications are primarily having Seiko's baby.
And
Anything beyond that is just gravy.
Eloa is also going to point out that entire generations of people are born, live, and die upon ships, and in fact, there are entire bloodlines that haven't stepped foot on a planet for more than 10,000 years.
That's grim as fuck.
That's what you call a ship's cult.
Now, here's the question: what does that have to do with anything?
As in, it doesn't matter. You can just bring extra people aboard the ship if they're significant others, because the ship is equipped for it. Not everyone has to have a specific use.
That's where you're going with that. Okay.
Yes.
It was a little roundabout.
Although I understand your... I'm sorry, do you have a term you'd like to reference your relationship with Cedra as?
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend, okay. Your girlfriend is a sniper of some caliber, right?
Another stealth sniper, yes.
Outstanding.
How do you think we met?
Yes,
You didn't. You were hiding from each other.
She got me. She tagged me on that one.
Exactly, now we have you a spotter.
Yeah.
But yes, if you'd like to bring her up
Excellent.
to the ready room at your convenience, I'd like to just speak to her for a bit.
All right, I'll get her. I'll get her the message ASAP. And yeah, I'll do that.
Yes, you can arrange for that.
In Seiko's curt typing manner.
Yes. Juno, when you go up to the ready room, see, drawn on the wall in some psionically active material, it's a smiley face.
I'm just going to kind of glance at Augustus. Augie, love, do you see anything written on the wall?
He squints. No.
Okay. Between you, me, and the walls, I have a feeling Mayror's on the ship.
What would give you that impression?
Someone's drawn something in psionically active incense on the wall. It is a smiley face, and Mayror and I communicate predominantly in memes and emoticons.
That is an interesting relationship you have with a Lord Inquisitor.
I like Mayror. He's fun.
I shall take your word on that.
Baltus will believe Mayor should have more important things to do than to be on this ship.
Probably not.
Like,
let's be honest.
Ship posting you, no, that's top tier. But being on the ship,
yeah, this is the ultimate shitpost.
I know we're getting killed by Tower right now.
However, I could troll the fuck out of Juno.
Okay, I'm gonna bounce, but Savin, Cutie just got back to me. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Literally as I was getting ready to go. So. All right. Sorry, I gotta bounce a little early, guys, but the store closes in like a half an hour.
Yeah, it's fine.
I get you.
Well, anyway, I'm sure that's probably fine. I have no reason to suspect Mayor means me any harm whatsoever. And on that note, just gonna like sit down, pull out her data pad, just gonna wait for Seder to show up.
Yeah.
I think we lost 2 players there, but okay.
Ah, yes, we lost a DCL.
Goodbye, Duckles.
Though, to be honest, it is actually about time to wrap.
Yeah, it is. If you want to do the Seder meeting next time, that's fine. It's going to be relatively short, though.
Yes, I think probably best to cover it start of next session.
Sure thing.
DCL's PC exploded.
Uh-oh. So, did you explore a new and interesting location?
No.
I didn't think so.
Alright. I guess Luxor is not interesting.
I mean, I
Oh,
think
is
it's
it?
interesting, and also the moon where a night
Oh, is it
transport
new?
was.
Okay.
Yeah, you've never been here before.
I thought we had. Okay, cool. Luxor.
It's just a boring planet. We've been to thousands of those. Just ignore all the magma pouring from the fucking core.
Okay. All right. Shows what I know about where we've been.
Boring
Yeah.
shit.
I was like, we haven't been to this specific planet, but we haven't really explored the planet either.
You wanna know what an interesting place is? The warp. We should all go to the warp, like right now. Let's go to the warp, guys.
No.
Okay,
No.
I think Narcia is possessed now. Time for her
Be
to.
gone, Chaos Cultist. A Snippy character being possessed is just the baseline we operate on to begin with.
That is true,
All right.
but only when he starts acting chaosy do we need to actually do something about it.
Anyway, which one were we on?
Did you uncover new truth about the Gothic sector?
Well, yeah, we found that fucking Eldar star map in a dude's spinal column. That's metal as fuck, and new information about the sector.
Yes. Yes. Did you develop a relationship with an important NPC? Yes.
Yeah.
Did you? Yes. Yes, you did.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Babies ever after. Yay.
Did you advance your investigations?
Yes. Please see spinal column.
Yes. 250 XP.
Nice.
Cool.
Yay.
It's 31250, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So where is that? Hi, DCL. We just did the experience 250.
Oh, all right. I guess that was time. Yeah, no, my computer exploded. Sorry.
Yep.
I hope you guys had fun.
Where is
Yeah.
Void Tactician?
It's in either Mandragora or Rogue Trader.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if it's in Mandragora, because that'll have the actual...
It is.
Okay, there we go.
Cool.
Wait,
Now,
what?
where do I find Mandragora? Where?
It's been linked in
We
the
could wrap
chat a
this
couple
up.
times.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
You might already have it as a beepboop.pdf.
That's the wrong Mandragora.
Ah, what a shame.
Yeah, this is Mandragora Volume 2. Yeah, it's assuming you qualify for the intelligence of 35, just a plus 10 flat bonus to ship shooties.
Ceiko sure has a 33.
Well, that's a shame.
I could buy intelligence.
And it is a useful stat.
Mm-hmm.
I have found.
I think we still got to wrap up.
Yes.
Yes. Indeed, if you are watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Till then, have a good one.